years have come and gone since that day. How many years have I waited for this moment? For the one that stood alone against the storm. For the one they called.
To run from my troubles. Until our friend returns, I will hold the line.
This town certainly has changed, and not at all for the better. I'm not going anywhere. I promise you, Infilia.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. I know I said earlier in my Discord that I probably wasn't going to be streaming this week due to my workday, off day schedule, but they released the patch for Final Fantasy XIV, which also contains the final bit of story for Shadowbringers. So I'm a little bit on a tight schedule today because there's a birthday at the place I live, so I want to get this done soon. So we're going to go ahead and set this up. It's only 3 quests, but apparently it's supposed to be like crazy loaded with build and hype for the next expansion. So we're going to go ahead and get loaded in here. I'm going to go ahead and get Discord booted up so this way we can have Rain join us. Hello, Rain. Ah, there he is. And then we'll get this moved over here. Alright. Turn that down just a little. And we'll get this flipped over. Make sure my properties are good. Alright, there we go. This way they'll hopefully hear you. Okay. So yeah, my roommate has already been through this, so I can confirm it is only 3 story quests. So, this ought to be interesting. Yeah, you are more than welcome to pop in too, Mama Strife, if you want. There's the Sandra. So, okay. So, I imagine... I think the quest is picked up in Mordona.
That's where they usually are. Hello.
Hello, Mama Strife. Yeah. And on stream. Hey, Carmia. Just a spoiler warning, we are doing story content of Final Fantasy XIV, so if you haven't caught up yet, I recommend watching out. Alright, so let's see what we got going on here. Yes, I do remember you. I hope you are well. There's Alize. Alright, the company we keep. Ah, Strife, you're looking well. I take it you managed to squeeze in some rest. If you came hoping for tidings from Cryo, I'm afraid we're still waiting, but we do have some odd scraps of news to share. Scraps, she says. Lunar primals have been popping up all over the place, but the Alliance has the situation well in hand, thanks in no small part to Hori Boulder and the others. Meanwhile, talks with the Beast Tribes are going even better than expected. Encouraged by Ulda's progress with Himalja, Gridana has opened negotiations with the Ixal, believe it or not. All of which is obviously very encouraging, but with the Telefori still out there, it's not as if we can afford to lower our guard. Fascinating.
Interesting.
Begging your pardon, but I came bearing an invitation from the Alliance. A council meeting is due to be held in Alamigo, and your attendance is humbly requested. Well, we were just talking about the Alliance. May I ask what's on the agenda? I believe the intention is to share news of recent developments and discuss what measures might be taken to combat the Telefori. In concert with our new allies, the Beast Tribes have also been invited. Oh boy. It is hoped that they will join us in the fight against our common foe. So the Alliance would bring all the Beast Tribes into the fold at a single stroke. An ambitious plan given the delicacy of the negotiations, but mayhap an expedient one, considering the threat we face. Indeed, my lady, and for their part, I am told the Beast Tribes have agreed to attend. If the Scions too are present, all of Eorzea will be represented. Yeah, why not? To arrange such a meeting must have been quite an undertaking, not only diplomatically, but practically. Pray inform the Alliance that we would be honored to participate. We shall make for Alamigo without delay. Then I will bear your invitation answer with all haste. We look forward to receiving you at the Royal Palace. Well now, that we've accepted the invitation, who exactly is going to attend? I move that you and Y'shtola lead our contingent. Given how long you have worked to end summoning, it is only right that you be present for what promises to be a historic moment. I think we've all played our parts in that little endeavor, don't you, Strife? All present may rightly claim a seat, I do quite agree. But by your leave, I believe I shall remain here and lend what assistance I can to the coordination of our defensive efforts. I'm not coming either. Amik will be there, and I'd rather not be interrogated. Very well then. While those with a mind to hold the fort get on with holding it, I suggest the rest of us make for Alamigo, shall we? This is gonna be interesting. Alright, so just so this way you can... hopefully this way you can ride the teleport, I'll actually exit. So how are you, Mama Strife? I heard you weren't kind of feeling well, I think the last time we talked, so... Or...
I'm doing better. I think I had the flu.
Ah.
But a couple of days and I started feeling better. At least I never got worse than a low-grade fever.
That's a bonus.
Yeah, but you know how these old bones get nice and achy. Everything, but you know, just chilling today because it's been raining the last couple of days, so it's kind of chilly here today, actually. I haven't been handling the heat real well this summer.
Alright, we have been expecting you. While some few guests have yet to arrive, the Alliance leaders are all present. Shall I show you in? Things are gonna get good. I know Sev wanted to be here to watch my reaction to this, but he had to go pick up somebody for the birthday party.
Whose birthday is it?
His sister's.
Oh, well tell her I said happy birthday.
Indeed.
The Anata, the Amanja, the Kobolds.
These patches have a tendency to be cliffhangers, don't they?
A little bit. This is actually gonna be kind of leave a cliffhanger leading into Endwalker.
And when's Endwalker supposed to come out?
Late November. But I'll try and, you know, help the build by doing some heavens your character.
Let us begin.
Oh, that'll be nice.
So you'll get some filler.
Information on our taken brethren you have, yes? Hear it we would! Ah! Beyond forgiveness these featherless ones are! With rivers of blood shall they pay! Freed our people must be!
So passionate.
We too would see your kin liberated. But ere we attempt their rescue, we must first find a means to negate the risk of tempering. Without that, we will be unable even to approach the towers, let alone contend with their defenders.
You still make
If
some
all
valid
else
points.
fails, I've always found cannonballs quite effective.
Yep.
And what of the prisoners? Would you see them slaughtered?
Think for a moment. Ponder, consider, think. If Merlwyb truly intended to bombard the towers, she would have done so by now. Remember, we came here to find a solution together, did we not?
Y'Stola spoke of defenders. I but offered a means to clear a path, should you require it.
Given the enemy's capabilities, we will all need to play our part if we are to have any chance of success. For if any here should give less than their best, it will be to the cost of every living being on this star.
So formal, Robot.
A paragon, the Empire, our very gods. How can we hope to prevail against such odds?
That our foe is formidable, none would deny. But our strengths are many and varied. In this chamber, I see masters of strategy, masters of magic, masters of the land, the air, and the sea. And together, there is nothing in creation we cannot overcome.
How about gravity?
I beg your pardon?
What is it, Soulwalker? Do not express your passion thus.
Oh, that's hilarious.
A little quickly without deals, perhaps. Suffice it to say, I am proud to be counted amongst Eorzea's finest. We Sahagin will play our part.
I beg your pardon?
We kobolds have not forgotten the crimes the Overdwellers committed against us in the past. But today we look to the future as allies united in purpose.
That was beautiful.
That was great.
Make mock of the Ixal the Paragon does! Turns kin into puppets! Pits brother against brother! Free them from his grasp, we shall!
As Patriarch Zadar will attest, the Scions have granted us a means to free your brethren from their thraldom. This boon we will gladly share, that your people might never be enslaved again.
We accept! We accept!
Praise me!
Just looking out, realizing that, hey, I finally may not have to fight anymore. I'm so tired.
It's taken a while, but I do believe we might be one step closer to a world without primals. Would that mean Filia were here to see it?
We still have a long way to go, and we're going to need a lot more Porksies. But we're moving in the right direction.
If I may have your attention, there is one other point I would like to raise. As we can all agree, freeing those held captive must take precedence over every other concern. But experience has taught us that none save those with the capacity to resist tempering can hope to enter the towers unscathed. And even once inside, a still greater threat may yet await them, that which we call a primal. Needless to say, if we are to succeed, engaging with such foes can only ever be considered a last resort. And so I move that we seek to prevent them from being summoned in the first place.
Yeah, but as far as we know, these lunar versions don't need crystals.
Both prayer and ether are needed for the ritual. Should either one be denied, the summoning would fail.
Indeed. And so we must endeavor to discover the source of the ether on which the process depends. Do so, and it may present a way to halt the summonings, or perhaps even neutralize the towers entirely.
A promising proposal. While you are conducting your investigations, however, we will need to remain vigilant, lest the Telophoroi commit further abductions and summon primals ere we have the means to prevent them. To stand a better chance of keeping our enemy at bay, we would do well to coordinate our defensive efforts, sending reinforcements to assist our neighbors when needed.
Yeah.
We, Amalja, would have been overwhelmed were it not for our newfound allies. But say the word, and we shall come.
I see we are all in accord. But what are we to call this proud fellowship of ours? I submit that the honor of naming it should go to the scion whose brave efforts have done so much to unite Eorzea.
Way to put me on the spot, Dick!
I know, right?
You know, technically I'm not a scion, I just kind of work with them. I would call it... One moment, please. I'll go with the first one for now.
But that's the name I...
A fine choice, for there is none here who does not love Eorzea.
Aye, in that we shall ever be united.
United in our gratitude for the realm that gave us life.
Then let it be recorded that on this day, the Grand Company of Eorzea was born.
Aww. Alphinaud's a little teary-eyed.
Yes, he is.
How long have we dreamed of this moment? And now that it's here, Oh, forgive me. Might we speak outside?
It's okay to cry, Alphinaud. You realize how much death and senseless violence I've seen, and it didn't stop me from crying. Well, now that we are out of earshot of the other delegates, I hope you will forgive me if I speak my mind. Let me begin by saying that I have dreamed of this day since the moment I first set foot upon these shores, and that I was heartened as anyone to see the people of Eorzea pledge their solidarity. Yet even as they uttered their declarations, all I could think about was the conflict to come, of the sacrifices that would be made and the lives lost, inevitabilities that I still struggle to accept. But at least now there is hope. The formation of the Grand Company of Eorzea is the first step, the first of many. Many and more. Elder Seedseer, how might we be of service? I seek Master Alphinaud's assistance in a matter involving Gridania's neighbors, the Sylphs. I know that you and yours have long kept a weather eye upon the crystal trade, the better to predict the coming of primals, and so you will be familiar with the Sylphs of the Ashcrown Consortium. Through their dealings, they have cultivated relations not only with the city-states, but many other communities besides. Communities such as the Beast Tribes. Just so, it is our hope that we may make use of the Sylphs' established lines of communication to coordinate the efforts of our new fellowship. Yet there remain certain practical differences between a trade consortium and a grand company. If the Sylphs are to perform their tasks effectively, they will require the Council of one versed in the operational aspects of an armed force. An armed force founded with the self-same goal in mind, no less. The Crystal Braves, yes. Forgive me, Master Alphino. I know that it was a painful chapter in your life, but the experience may yet be made to serve the realm. In my hubris, I plotted a course for the Crystal Braves which stretched far beyond the Order's initial concept, one intended to pave the way for the founding of what I intended to call the Grand Company of Eorzea. But my plans all came to naught. Built upon a frail foundation of lofty ideals, the Order was doomed from the first to collapse under the weight of more worldly interests, and I have no wish to see this new endeavor suffer the same fate. Mayhap I ask too much of you. Not at all. You may count upon my assistance for what little it is worth. By your leave, I shall prepare a report including a list of recommendations drawing on the lessons I learned from the failures of the Crystal Braves. You have my gratitude, Master Alphino, and my trust. When your report is ready, pray share it directly with the Sylphs. With your guidance and the earnest efforts of every goodly soul gathered here this day, I have no doubt that our fellowship shall emerge from the shadow of the Terbori and flourish. Until next we meet, my friends. Before committing anything to writing, there are a number of people whose thoughts I should like to hear. Former Braves, you understand. Might you join me in seeking them out? Can't think of an excuse not to, so yeah. Well, I shall be grateful for your help, grudging or not. I'll join you. If you're planning to canvass the opinions of your former comrades, it'll be a lot quicker if we share the task of questioning them. Then mayhap Graha can lend a hand as well. I shall accompany Thancred back to the Rising Stones. Between us, I dare say we should be able to provide an accurate enough account of the day's events. We should be glad of your company, Graha. I shall explain the details on the way. So, what's the plan, brother mine? Before discussing the task at hand, I should probably admit that the report I proposed is largely written. Not long after that fateful day in Ul'dah, I penned a detailed account of the organization's history, from the events that led to its inception to the failings that brought about its demise. This I did primarily as a means of taking some semblance of responsibility. Never did I imagine that it might later be referred to by those seeking to form a similar organization. And while I made every attempt to be objective, the account was mine alone, the events viewed from my singular perspective. For to be of use, however, it must be broadened to encompass the viewpoints of all involved. Only then can it answer what seems to me to be a crucial question, namely, why after the Crystal Braves disbanded did some members choose to remain with us while others did not? I see. You think the answer will tell us something about the nature of the ties that bind our new Grand Company together, and that this knowledge might help us to prevent it from falling apart when those bonds are inevitably tested. That is my hope, yes, but the questions I would ask are uncomfortable to some. As the former commander of the Crystal Braves, I doubt that those who abandon the cause would welcome my inquiries. Then Graha and I will just have to try. Meanwhile, the two of you can talk to the ones who kept the faith. Fine suggestion. Have care, however. Certain of my former comrades are of questionable character, so keep your wits about you and let us reconvene in Gridania later on. If you have no objections, I have a mind to begin by speaking with Rio and Alian. If memory serves, the two of them will be attending an intelligence briefing at Castrum Oriens. Let us seek them out there. Alright. To Castrum we go. Da 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 da. Let's see, what we got? What we got? Well, look who it is, and what brings you two here? Wouldn't have anything to do with the big meeting, would it? In a manner of speaking, I've been assigned a task, you see, for which I require the assistance of former members of the Crystal Braves. So you want to know why we decided to stick with the Scions, eh? Ain't an easy thing to put into words, but... As I once explained to Strife, I spent a long time agonizing over my failure to alert you to the traitors in our midst. For my negligence, I was captured along with many others, and we were powerless to prevent the tragedies that ensued. Not a day goes by that I do not think back to those fateful events. By joining the Scions, I hope to redeem myself, and I will continue to serve the cause for as long as I am able. But that wasn't my only reason. When we were finally reunited at the Rising Stones, you refused to blame anyone but yourself for the fall of the Crystal Braves. And in spite of everything that had happened, everything you had suffered, you took us back without a moment's hesitation. We would not have blamed you had you turned us away, but when you gave us your trust instead, what else can we do but try to repay it? Nothing, that's what. As for me, Otail, well, I've always felt the Scions have something in common with me old crew. The duty of the strong is to protect the weak. That was our creed, and I still strive to live by it to this day. But as time's gone by, I've learned that strength comes in many shapes and sizes, from hoary boulder to Mistress Tataru. We've all got us something to offer. And not one of us is doing it for personal gain, because we believe there's more important things than that. Things worth protecting, which is what being a Scion's all about. I am at a loss for words. Thank you, my friends. To hear this from you means more than you know. Forgive me, Strife, could you... I really want to know what both of these go for. Why do you think the Crystal Braves ended in failure? Well, it's found in ideals or something to be proud of, but ideals alone don't make a crew. For every swab who signed up with good intentions, there was another who was only in it for the coin, the glory, or both. Ours was quite a disparate band, and while I will never forgive Ilberd, the fact that we managed to function at all was thanks in large part to his efforts. Just a pity he was doing it for all the wrong reasons, eh? Only takes one bad apple, they say, and the Braves had a barrel full of them. Not like the Scions. We might look like a ragtag band of misfits, but deep down, we've all got a shared sense of purpose. And why? Because Tataru sifted out all the glory hunters before they made it through the door. I see. So while our ranks comprise a diverse range of people, each with their own individual strengths, we are all united in purpose. Thank you, my friends. With your permission, I shall make a record of our discussion and refer to it when drafting my recommendations. Until we meet again. Alright. Quest.
You know, the old warrior axe, eh?
Oh, yeah. On official business. Well, I think we've taken up enough of our colleagues' times, and I'm conscious that less life-affirming testimony is await. Let us make our way to Gridania and hear what the others have learned. So that's an interesting way to start. We've got the Grand Company of Eorzea. The Beast Tribes are all involved.
Yep.
And we're getting callbacks to the first game, or the first part, A Realm Reborn, for reference to improve. So that's an interesting touch, I think.
I like it.
Where exactly? Looks like the Lancers Guild.
Yep. Off to the Lancers Guild we go.
Yeah. I was hoping that since the patch came out Tuesday, that maybe by waiting till Saturday we won't have a case of Rob on Savage. I'm hoping.
Last thing we need is Rob on Savage.
What's Rob on Savage?
I'll explain it to you later. Thanks to Tatsu's ever dependable intelligence, we managed to track down a handful of former Braves without any great difficulty. Some were forthright, others less so, but we heard enough to form a picture. I must warn you, Alphino, some of their comments were harsh. I can well imagine, but their opinions are no less vital to my report. I seek the unvarnished truth. Thank you. I will set about adding your findings to my own at once. In the meantime, pray go on ahead to Little Solace and seek out Elder Frixio. I will join you anon. Alright. To Eastshroud. Oh, and I have to do it now, Rain. I have to do it. Don't go anywhere as soon as you appear.
Okay.
I had to do it. Just to give you that kick in the feels of nostalgia. Is that taking you back there, Wonder Twin?
Oh, man. Oh, yes.
Did that take you back a little bit?
That was awesome.
It was short, but it was there. Welcome, Brave One and friends of Brave One. How good it is to see you walking ones again so soon after meeting. Should this one perform the customary dance of greeting? I want this to be happy, so I'm gonna go with that one. No, be at ease. It is true that these ones were once delighted in making walking ones dance, but no more. Horned One Kane Sena said that walking ones would be coming to Little Solace. Imperial ones also invaded Sylphlands and abducted many of these ones, so these ones would be glad to bear messages between fighting friendly ones. That is heartening to hear, Elder. It will require all ones to work in unison to stop the Flori. These ones will try very hard, of course, but in matters of war, these ones have little experience. Any advice walking ones can provide would be most welcome. Oh? Another pretty silver-haired one? And in quite a hurry, it seems. Alize, you must come quickly! Uh-oh. What's the matter, Alphino? Don't tell me. You couldn't read my handwriting? What? No, a Twin Adder officer accosted me when I was about to set out. Charlian has sent an envoy who is due to arrive in Gridania at any moment. An envoy? Could it be that Krau has managed to sway the Forum? We shall know soon enough, but there's more. The envoy has requested that the two of us attend the audience with the Elder Seeds here. Really? I could see why they might want Scions to be present, but us specifically? Wait, it isn't who I think it is. It is. I could scarcely believe it myself, but when I inquired as to the envoy's identity, I was told that it was one Forchnant Levelure. Your father? Well now. The fact that a serving member of the Forum had journeyed here would be a surprise enough, but him? Quite. I glean from this that that's what they think. That may be, but why him and not one of the other 98 Forum members? Unless he volunteered for it. It's been some time since you last saw your father, has it not? Could it be that he is concerned for your well-being? Perhaps, but he has always been reluctant to discuss his work with us. Indeed, and whenever we write to our parents, it is invariably our mother. Nevertheless, I welcome the opportunity to meet with him after so long, even if it's secondary to his true purpose here. Elder Frixio, loath that I am to cut our visit short, we must return to Gridania. Pray accept my apologies, along with my report. Never mind, there will be time for talk later. This one will keep walking ones for more urgent matters. Go. The audience will be held at the Lotus Stand, where the Elder Seatsier awaits even now. Let us be on our way. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I was not requested of this. I am not required to go meet your parent.
Apparently that doesn't matter.
I mean, damn, Alizé's cool, but I'm not trying to meet your parents already. I mean, shit. Holy hell, man. So, father of Alphino and Alizé. This is going to be interesting with what I feel is going to be a combination of awkward.
Isn't that usually how things work?
Yeah. I mean, just the way they were labeling him out there in that little dialogue bit, I totally get the feeling he's going to be that kind of uptight bastard that they don't want to introduce people to.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking.
That's the impression I was getting too.
Welcome, Warrior of Light.
More distance?
The Elder Seatsier and your friends are waiting within. Alright, continue. My friends, I thank you for all coming so swiftly. Word of Master Fortunault's visit took us quite by surprise. When the Alliance granted Mistress Crow permission to request Charlian's aid, we did not anticipate so promptly a reply, much less that it would be delivered by a member of the Forum. What the nature of that reply may be, we shall soon discover. Not 100% sure yet? Hello, Daddy.
Elder Seatsier, I thank you for granting me this audience. I am Fortunault Leveilleur, here in my capacity as representative of the Forum.
Well, this is going to be good.
It is I who should thank you, Master Fortunault, for journeying so far and so swiftly. Would that our first meeting could have been under happier circumstances.
I don't know.
It has been too long, Father. You look well.
As do you both. Ameliance will be glad to hear that you are taking care of yourselves.
How is Mother?
She misses you terribly, of course, but is otherwise a picture of health. Circumstances apart, I'm grateful that our meeting has afforded me the chance to be reunited with my children at long last. And I believe I also owe you thanks for the hospitality you showed my father, Louisois, during his sojourn in Eorzea.
All thanks we owe to him. In the days prior to the 7th Umbral Calamity, it was your father's tireless efforts which granted us a means to vanquish the Primals. Were it not for him, our strength would have been quite spent by the time the Empire arrived. That Gridania still stands is in large part his achievement. He was a great man.
He would doubtless have been moved to hear you say so. I must confess, however, that I opposed his decision to intervene. And my position remains unchanged.
Here's where the dick shows.
To chart the course of history, not to change it. I am familiar with the Sharlayan stance.
It is more than that. It is our way of life, who we are. But I came here not to deliver a lecture, but the Forum's answer to your request. Sharlayan will under no circumstances intervene in the conflict between Eorzea and the Garlean Empire.
May I ask for what reason the Forum has come to this decision? The final days spell the end not only for Eorzea, but the entire world.
The final days? Pray spare me your hyperbole. This conflict is no more than the latest in a series of petty squabbles between yourselves and Garlemald, one in which Sharlayan will take no part. If the final days were truly upon us, we would know.
Father, you must ask the Forum to reconsider. You may feel safe on your little island across the waves, but if you imagine the Telophoroi will leave you be, you are mistaken. They mean to kill us all, themselves included.
Alphino is right. We have seen what the enemy is capable of, the lengths to which they'll go. This is no time to turn a blind eye. If Eorzea falls, so too will Sharlayan. So if you truly love our homeland, you will join us. Now, before it's too late.
I thought you knew better than to raise your voice to your elders. It seems I was wrong. Wrong to ever let you leave, Sharlayan. I consoled myself that your time abroad would instill in you some hint of restraint, of discipline. But I see now that Eorzea has made fools of you both. Have you forgotten why it was that I so vehemently opposed your grandfather's departure? For all his wisdom, his only solution was to go to war. Death, devastation, ruin. Even those who claim victory are scarred for life. What prize could ever justify such sacrifice? It is the duty of the learned to avert such tragedy. By fanning the flames of war, you forsake all you once held dear.
Better to fight and fail than wait for the axe to fall. To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably say is not wisdom, it is indolence. It is in your power to save us. Refuse and you condemn us all.
They're all good responses, but I have no which way.
I see your friend shares your misguided ideals. But unlike him, you should know better. By espousing such barbaric notions, you subvert the teachings of Sharlayan and place all we have worked for in jeopardy. Alphino, Alisaie, as of this moment, you shall no longer bear the name of Leveilleur.
What?
Father. How you choose to live your lives is no longer my concern. If you wish to walk the path of ruin, I will not stand in your way.
Master Fortuneau, while Sharlayan may have no intention of intervening in this conflict, we can still part as friends. Will you not stay and speak with us, that we might learn of Sharlayan's hopes for the morrow?
I have said what I came here to say. Any further discussion would be meaningless.
Father! Wait! Don't bother, Alisaie!
can you stand there and watch him walk away? How can you let this happen?
Well. So we were right. He's a dick.
Yep.
So that's what he came here to say? That we're all fools for having the temerity to defend ourselves against the Telefori? And as for the rest? Like it or not, this was the Forum's decision, to watch from afar while Eorzea burns. Father was but the messenger, and he handed down their judgment. I could think of nothing to say that could possibly sway him. I still can't. To have prolonged the discussion would have changed little, for it is not only Master Fortunal who must be persuaded, but the Forum as a whole. The decision was made ere your father crossed the sea. Nor does it like to be changed, and so we shall face the Telefori without their aid. Forgive me, but if they had no intention of helping us, then why would they go to the trouble sending an envoy in the first place? Why did they simply not keep their counsel as they are wont to do? Strife, has Master Fortunal arrived yet? Then it is as I feared. My efforts were in vain. I pleaded our case to as many foreign members as I could, but they flatly refused to discuss the matter. No, that's not exactly true. I should rather say they ignored every word I said on the subject, without exception. It was almost unnerving. Could it be that they are hiding something from us? That might go some way to explain Master Fortunal's performance? When he said that he would know if the final days were truly upon us, I dismissed it as pride. But if they genuinely believe that they know how the world will end and simply disagree with us about the circumstances? That I don't know, but something tells me they are not as unconcerned about the Telefori as they claim. If the threat weren't real, why else would they be so standoffish and secretive? I would very much like to delve deeper into this, but I'm afraid I've exhausted every avenue of inquiry. Nor have I fared any better with my other mission, researching Hydaelyn and the Ethereal Sea. I tried enlisting the help of experts in the field, but it appears the Forum has forbidden anyone from cooperating with us. Obstructed at every turn. So it would seem, but don't lose heart just yet. With all the knowledge and acquaintances we have between us, we could still find a way forward. To that end, I would like you all to join me here. When the time is right, of course, I am aware that matters in Eorzea stand on a knife edge, but with your permission, I can at least start making the necessary arrangements. Well, there are one or two things to take care of here first. I've always wanted to visit Sharlayan. And so you shall, albeit under less than happy circumstances. It may take a while to secure entry for you all, but I will let you know when everything is in order. Look after yourselves in the meantime, won't you? Your speculations give me cause to hope, yet if these seeds will bear fruit, I cannot say. While it is impossible the Sharlayans hide some secrets from us, there can be no certainty that its exposure will prompt in them a change of heart. And so for the present we must needs confront the plight in which we find ourselves.
We need the phantom thieves.
The Forum has refused our request for aid, and it falls to us alone to contend. Even with all Eorzea standing united, there is no guarantee that we will prevail. What does Sharlayan intend to do if we fail? I'm gonna take some chicken fettuccine. Alright. And the final quest. Death unto Dawn. Alright. Before I click on this, I'm going to use the bathroom real quick and double check on where we stand, because I think they said they were going to start the party at 2, so I just want to double check to see, like, if they don't mind. So, BRB, folks. Okay, we're back. I am. Is Rain back? I'm gonna check on one thing while we wait for Rain real quick. No need to take it off the BRB screen for this. Welcome back. I'm back. Still waiting on Rain. I'm just checking a couple of things while I wait for him. Hold on. Alright. I went to double check something while I was waiting on you. So, I augmented my Exarchic Cane and Axe.
I'm trying to figure out exactly how to answer the question.
Oh, you haven't figured out how to answer the question?
I'm having to think back through all of the expansion packs thus far.
Wait, what was the question?
Shirley and ever participated? Or have they just sat back and watched?
Pretty much, they've always sat back and watched. I mean, technically, the closest
members of that area have come and helped out.
Yeah, there's only been the closest we've gotten to Charlian aid is Louisoix and the Scions and Alphino and Alizé as they are members, and Cryo as they are members of the Charlian community, but direct, aid from Charlian hasn't really happened.
Oh, okay.
While Charlian's stance is indeed disappointing, we cannot allow ourselves to be distracted from the challenge before us. There is much and more to be done. I shall begin by sharing the Forum's response with my counterparts in the Alliance. Meanwhile, I would ask the Scions... Grave tidings, Walking Ones! Grave tidings! Calm yourself, my gentle friend. What has occurred? These ones have went to see the Feathered Ones and sent terrible news. Destroying Ones have appeared in Zelphatal. Destroying Ones and capture Ones and even frightful godly Ones. Feathered Ones don't stand a chance and were sent flapping and squawking. When did this happen? Is it too late to help them? Too late, yes, much too late. But luckily, Destroying Ones were only passing through and continued on west. Feathered Ones who did not fight were left unharmed. West. That would be Kurthus. My lady, the Asgardians report that the Telephori have emerged from the eastern highlands of Kurthus and are marching at speed. Though their purpose is yet to be determined, the Cartano Flats would seem most likely destination. Lord Amric has already dispatched his forces and requests our immediate support. Tell him he shall have it. The time has come for the Grand Company of Eorzea to prove its worth. Well, mayhap it is a mercy that we do not have time to stew upon our misfortunes. Come, my friends, let us make haste to Cartano. But wait, this one almost forgot. Destroying Ones were said to be led by Cackling Robed One. This one must see all that Walking Ones know. Fat Daniel. Who else? It was only a matter of time before the grinning maniac showed himself again. I shall have an airship ready to bear you to Cartano. Pray see to your preparations and report to the landing with all haste. At once, my lady. Let us away. Alright. Airship landing will probably get us closest.
I used the Ythrae Plaza.
Strife, it would seem Fordola has come all the way to Gridania to find us. I have explained the situation, but she insists her business is urgent. Aye, and it'll be over sooner if you shut up and come with me. Oh, really? Orenvald.
Orenvald! I can't tell you how good it is to see you.
It arrived a lot sooner than expected, eh? The day I craned my neck up at you.
Only because you're sitting down. Unless...
Afraid so. The Chirurgeons say I may never walk again.
Oh no.
Come on, Alfino, it could be worse. Besides, I didn't come here to dampen the mood. Quite the opposite. All I've ever wanted was to fight for a cause I believe in. But my fighting days are over. So I want you to fight in my stead. Be the hero I can't.
I am no hero.
That's what they all say, though. No one ever calls themselves a hero. Even the ones who eat primals for breakfast. It's for others to decide. Look, Alfino. You already are a hero. To me and countless others. We see you doing your damnedest to protect us all. And you're not alone, are you? There are people who believe in you, just as you believe in them. I know what's at stake, and how many people are depending on you. But I believe in you. Believe that you'll see it through. That's why I'm entrusting my dreams to you. Like Albert and Owley once entrusted their dreams to me.
There was a time when I would have borne the weight of such expectations without a second thought. But now, I know just how heavy that burden can be. To tell the truth, I'm beginning to wonder if I chose the right path. Sacrifices will inevitably be made for the sake of the ideals I uphold. Maybe I am not the person I thought I was. The person you think I am.
I wouldn't presume to tell you. But I will say this. In spite of everything, you've come this far. The road ahead might not always be clear, but you've never been one to give up or take the easy way out. And everything you do for others. For a brighter future. I'm proud to call you my friend. Well, I've said my piece, so I'll let you go. I know you've got more important things to be doing. Just give what I've said some thought, all right?
I shall, my friend. And we will meet again soon, I promise.
Nothing left for me to do but wave and smile.
You've got a pretty narrow view of what it means to be a hero, do you know that? You think they're all forged in the fires of battle? That it's all about being brave and killing villains? Alphino and the others will carry on their fight. But theirs isn't the only one. There are other ways that you can make a difference. If you stop feeling sorry for yourself and put your bloody mind to it.
There's not much chance of me living the quiet life with you around, is there?
If you're content to twiddle your thumbs thinking of what might have been, that's your lookout. But I reckon you've got some fight left in you.
And I reckon you might be right. If there's a way I can still help my friends, I'll bloody well find it.
Fordola is really starting to grow on me.
By the way, your dad's on his way home, and I might have to mute you when he gets here, because you know how loud he can be.
And this is the infamous instance. And we're waiting for rain. Rain, rain, come and play. Welcome back.
You.
Welcome back.
Right after the cutscene was an instance, so. So we'll be breaking party.
Okay.
And here we go. I'm gonna white mage this shit. You can tell me later what that was all about, but judging by the set of Alphinode's jaw, it appears to have done him some good. Deckard and the others have already left the Rising Stones, and according to the communications officer, Malja and Kobold forces are also bound for Cartano as we speak. They mean to keep the promise they made in Alamiga, and we must do the same by saving as many of their tempered kin as possible. Anyway, the airship is ready to depart. We should get going. Upon joining the Battle of Cartano, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to participate in the battle and view these scenes in their entirety. Your progress through the battle will be saved at certain points, and in the event that you are defeated, you will be able to try again from the most recent of these. Please note that if you enter battles associated with other quests or log out from the game, this progress will be lost.
My fellow Scions, as I am sure you will have heard, we can expect no help from Charlian, nor are we any closer to discerning the Telophoroi's grand design. And now, our adversary moves against us in unprecedented numbers, compelling us to answer in kind. The outlook, in short, is bleak. Yet though our foes are many, and we but few, we may still tip the balance in Eorzea's favor.
Of course. We will do what we always do. Deal with the ones our allies can't. A less than daunting prospect, judging by your expression. Could it be that you've dispelled your lingering doubts, Alphino?
Oh, I doubt I ever will. But as my friends have kindly reminded me, I have come this far, and that must count for something.
Hell yeah.
Gods be good, Alphino. That's what we've been trying to tell you all along.
For one so bright, you can be remarkably dim at times. There is such a thing as overthinking, you know.
Might I suggest that we continue this conversation after the battle? It would appear that Telophoroi have already arrived.
I'll do what I can to cure the Tempered, but they'll have to be incapacitated first.
Have care, my friends, for none can say wherefore our foe did choose this fateful field to be our battleground. Whatever may transpire, pray grant him not the pleasure of deterring you.
And here we go. What happens first? And we're loading, loading, and loading, loading, and loading, loading, and loading, loading, and loading. In events. Listen well, friends, the Telophoroi are sweeping across Cartano. As for the Ascian, he was briefly sighted above the battlefield, but has since vanished. He likely intends to watch events unfold from afar. Thus far, the movements of lunar primals have proven difficult to predict. Even when poised to ambush the troops, they instead withdraw for some unknown reason. Whatever the Telophoroi's plan may be, the primals are our primary targets. Understood. They will not elude the science for long. Oh boy.
Prepare yourself.
Let's give it our all.
Hold fast.
I will keep them occupied. The rest of you seek out the primals. Let us divide our forces and locate the primals more swiftly. Anchored near Stola should head east. I'll concentrate my efforts on the Tempered. With luck, I should have a chance to cure some of them. Then I'll go west. Strife, Alphino, come with me. Something's not right. Oh shit! As the silence spread across the field, Alize and Graha take the fight to the Telophoroi. Do we get to control Alize finally?
Yep.
In the coming battle, you will fight as Alize. I won't be carrying anyone at this rate. We'll have to incapacitate them first. Ooh, that's pretty.
Allow me. Just the beginning.
Right behind you.
Seems we've earned a moment's respite. Then let's take this opportunity to cure the tempered. Oh, there's Van Daniel. Do you see that? The glyphs? Yes, where should we be? Listen well and judge for yourself. Though I could see ethereal currents, I had not thoroughly examined those that flow through the heart of Cartano, but now that I'm here, things have become clear.
This is scary.
The flats conceal an thicker influence, like to the pillars of the Azim Steppe, but greater in scale, far greater. The glyphs that Fandanio has conjured reach into its very midst, and I believe I know their purpose. Should the lunar primals destroy them, it would spark a chain reaction with the potential to obliterate the confluence entirely. The resultant disruption to the flow of aether would sow chaos among the elements, prompting earthquakes, floods, and tempests large enough to lay waste to the realm. That he would go so far cometh a little surprise. We must needs protect the confluence at all costs. Oh boy. Defeat Lunar Odin and defend the ethereal confluence? And I'm playing as Urianger?
Protect me.
Not good, not good, not good.
My turn!
May the 12 guide you.
Well, this is a fucking Odin battle for you. Yeah, I'm gonna stay over here with you, Stola. Ooh, okay. Be Odin! Meanwhile, Grahatia and Alizé prepare to lock swords with Lunar Ravana. The fuck you say, man? Oh, we're playing as Graha. Yes! Oh, no.
I have you now.
Oh, okay, I messed that part up. It sucks, the cast time sucks. Well, I failed once. Now the question is how far back do I have to go? Resume from midway. Am I gonna have to do the Lunar Odin bit again? Or can I just start from Ravana? I gotta do Odin again? Or no, just played his music because it picked up from the cutscene where he died? Question mark? Okay. Welcome back.
Intense.
I don't have the mana for this shit! I don't have the magic points for this bullshit!
He doesn't have the MP for this. Don't forget to use Lizard. Recovered 40%.
Lunar nails. Oh shit! Woo! Okay, finally got through that one. Goodbye, Ravana. Who do we get? At the self-same moment, you stand shoulder to shoulder with Alphino and Justinian, resolved to lay Lunar Ifrit low. We get some revenge!
Oh yeah.
Wait, there's like 3. Didn't I see 3 of those freaking glyph points here?
Each team seems to be defending one.
automatons!
Woo! Fuck you, Ifrit. Welcome back. Hi, Dad.
Hello.
Doing okay. Trying to get through this. Oh, shit.
I have him now.
I think? I don't know. Is that all?
Yay!
And thus another plan went up in smoke. I am beginning to see why Lord Xenos thinks so highly of you. Not that this changes anything, you understand. You have merely earned yourself a stay of execution.
A Garlean.
Glory be to Garlemore.
How fare the tempered?
We've treated as many as we can, but some were beyond help.
Do not hang your head so, brave scions. Though not all of our captured brethren could be saved, we are grateful for those whose minds have been restored. You could do no more, and that is enough. So please hold your heads high.
Should have been quicker, but I'll do better next time. Thank you for your kind words. They mean a lot.
A victory at great cost, but a victory nonetheless. We must stay strong and press on. Isn't that right?
Well, you've come this far.
It really must count for something.
Oh boy. Yes! One brings shadow, one brings the light. Two-tone echoes circling through time. Three scorn shadows, and one brings shadow, one brings the light. I think such a great song to end on! That we walked was lost to the flood, and proud angels bathing their wages of blood. These veils, different death, you be cast out tomorrow. Oh, Sev did actually show me you can actually pause these now, so if you want to screenshot those, Wonder Twin, you can actually do it. And you can hide the text.
Cool.
I'm at least going to see what these images are. So, Alizé and Alphino, obviously. Thancred. I like that one of Reen. Riding horse, dialing horse. Danker's Urianshes, that's pretty cool. Stola. Grahatia as Crystal Exarch. Artbert, or us now as the case may be. Four different people voice that character depending on language and region. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and skip the remainder of this one just for the sake of time. Because it's just the credits, so... And the final portion to end Shadowbringers is right here. I trust you all enjoyed a comfortable flight aboard the Pride of the Ashgardian fleet. Lest you worry, the Bonanza has been towed to a nearby location to be retrieved at your convenience. You have thought of everything, Lord Aymeric, and may I say how much I appreciated the hospitality you afforded us on the way home. Make nothing of it, our destination lay in the same direction, and it afforded me the perfect opportunity to learn how my errant friend has been since he last took his leave. It would seem you have finally found a place to settle down. I merely grew weary of wandering the Far East. Returning to more serious matters, while the Telephoroi have been driven from Cartano, it's like that the bulk of their forces yet remain. On the evidence of the Grand Company of Eorzea's first joint military operation, however, I am confident that we have the potential to meet such threats head-on, even without the aid of you and yours. As such, while our forces keep the Telephoroi at bay, I would ask that you apply your talents to the task of neutralizing the towers. A sensible diversion of labor. While the towers remain, so too will the threat of the lunar primals. And given our expertise in the field of aetherology, we are better qualified to find the solution. That we are, especially should it happen to lie beyond the Alliance's dominion. There is a time and place for formal investigations, of course, but certain secrets are wont to hide where only enterprising individuals may venture. I could not agree more. There are none better suited to this task, nor any upon whom I would rather rely. On behalf of the Alliance, I thank you. We look forward to receiving any information you are able to uncover. And with that I must take my leave. Should you have need of assistance, pray do not hesitate to ask. Fare you well, my friends. I confess I had hoped to be able to study the towers more closely, vital as they are plenty at the Telephoroi's plans. If we can discern their ultimate function, we'll be one step closer to the edge, to understanding our enemy's grand scheme. Should we succeed in neutralizing them, of course, it's all but certain that the Telephoroi will mount an all-out invasion. And then it will begin. The one who awaits at the heart of the chaos will come for us. For you. Yet in the end, our true nemesis may be the calamity to end all calamities. The final day themselves. Yes, alright, Alphino. We need a plan, not portents. As Thankard so eloquently pointed out, we are in a position to seek information from all manner of places, not least Sharlayan. According to Kral, the Forum have been more secretive than ever of late. While this may be related to the appearance of the Telophoroi, that remains a matter of speculation. But one thing is clear, the Forum is determined to keep us from discovering the truth. Master Fortunaut's performance at the Lotus Stand was enough to convince me of that. The matter beareth further investigation, I do heartily concur. Nor can I think of a more promising place to look for the answers we seek on the matter of the towers. Sharlayan hath ever been the wellspring of etherical knowledge. I care not where we go, here or there, my lance will be ready. And what of you, Strife? Might you be persuaded to join us? Only after I do. If he and his friends in the Forum think we'll leave them alone if they ignore us, they're in for a shock. It appears we are in agreement. We have but to wait for Kral to secure the necessary permissions. In the meantime, there's a matter I would investigate. Does it involve tall structures? By strange coincidence, it does. At present, I have only a creeping suspicion, but with your help, I will soon find out whether my fears are warranted. Da, 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 da. You have now learned the emote shush.
Okay.
Meanwhile, in the Garlean capital.
Oh boy.
Xenos and his scythe.
Those Eorzeans certainly are a stubborn bunch, though I suppose you knew that already. My plan to redirect the ether from Cartano came to a rather less than satisfactory conclusion. It was, in many respects, an abject failure. Which does, of course, raise the question of where we are going to procure the requisite amount. The obvious solution would be to draw on resources a little closer to home, though that would require our dreamer to dream a trifle more deeply.
So be it. The dreamer will not complain.
Then let us begin the preparations at once. With the gateway of the gods complete, all that remains is to gather the necessary ether, and our prize shall be within reach. The time has come to fulfill your heart's desire, my desire! To relieve those wretched creatures of their meaningless existence!
While I await you, I shall drink a sea of souls and gorge myself upon the darkened moon. Then you shall come to me, all roiling rage and rancor. And the stars shall bear witness to our final contest.
I'm so confused as to what I just witnessed.
That moment of Strife is spoiler content. We will not be giving that to you.
As I thought, the ethereal currents have been disturbed here too.
It was the same in Thanalan. Make that every location we surveyed.
And the strength of each current has diminished dramatically, far more than could be attributed to a natural occurrence.
What tidings bringest thou from Dravania?
We took a number of readings, and noticed that the closer we were to the tower, the lower the etheric density became. In short,
the towers are drawing upon the land's ether, which would explain how they were able to carry out the summonings.
Oh?
Our allies must be informed of this. We should return to the Rising Stones and have Tataru relay our findings to them.
Hear me. Hear me.
Heidelin?
Hear me. Hear me.
Interesting.
Darkness comes. And with it, the end. The fate of the star is in your hands.
That kind of reminds me of Rosa.
I thought the same.
With all the Final Fantasy IV references and everything, so...
Mm-hmm.
Everything all right back there?
Most people probably wouldn't believe me, but I'm pretty sure you guys would. It still sounds crazy, though. Just processing the internal monologue he's having in his head. At solemn dawn, grim purpose shines in gazes cast toward moonlit sky. Thus does our final curtain rise, your steps guide what end. And that is the end of Shadowbringers. So no new content or anything of the sort until Endwalker comes out at the end. November 23rd is when it officially goes live. So, hopefully, between now and then, Rain may consider doing some streaming again. And then we will be able to figure out whether or not we're gonna like co-stream or what. But I do definitely plan on doing more streaming Endwalker, and from there, like if he decides to stream, like figuring out exactly like what's the best day to accommodate said stream, because work schedules and everything of the sort of that nature and everything.
Hey, Chibi.
Hi, Chibbles. We just finished. You missed it.
Pitch chips.
Only took us a couple hours. That wasn't too horrible. Oh. I just rolled out of bed and took a shower. It's interesting. That instance was awesome. I failed once.
That was intense.
So, alright. Well, unfortunately, like I said, I do have a birthday party I'm supposed to be attending right now, so I wanted to try and get this done before we all got everything together. So, where'd you fail? It really is censored for a question. I didn't properly utilize Graha's break for the butterflies on Ravana. So, same. So, then, when I do get this uploaded to YouTube, if you ever go back and watch all of this, you are going to notice that there is a missing episode, and I'm just going to get this disclaimer out now, so this way people are just like, hey, what the hell? I was a goof, and I forgot to upload the second episode 22 to YouTube, which is now lost, and it was the story content for the first part of the 5.5 patch. So that is gone. So it's not that I forgot to stream it, it's I forgot to upload it and I lost it. So I will try and do much better about getting these up there. But this is going to conclude the end of Shadowbringers. The only Final Fantasy XIV streaming I will potentially be doing will be private stream with Mama Strife's character, as I try and progress her through Heavensward to catch her up, and hopefully fill that little void, since she's gonna be without Final until it's almost June, for about 5 months. So for about 5, almost 6 months considering the time frame. So yeah. So anyway, until then, guys, thank you for joining us, and I hope you guys enjoyed. It was really interesting. I'm really curious to see where they go from here, because, you know, it looks like we're going to bounce between Sharlayan and the moon. So that's going to be fascinating. Till then, have a great rest of your day, guys. Rain, always a pleasure. And I will see you guys. Hopefully I will be back to my regular schedule. So I'm going to try and adhere to Tuesday. And I will be doing Star Ocean for Strawberry. So, till then, I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. And I work tomorrow. So, I work from 4 a.m. to 4. 12 hours. So, till then, guys, have a great one. I will see you next week. And until then, remember the golden rule. My golden rule of gaming. I gotta stop saying the golden rule, but my golden rule of gaming is, if you're gaming right now, and I know Chibibi probably will here very, very soon. So this one's directly for you, Chibbles. If you're gaming right now, and I know you probably are, remember to game hard or go home. And if you're already at home, just remember to clean up when you're done. There's a lot of craziness going on with Vandaniel and Lunar Primals, and I do not want any of that crazy on the floor for me to step in. No. That is a crazy you can't get out. Till then, guys, have a good one. I'll check you later. Bye-bye.